Welcome to today's session, children. In today's session, we are going to see the chapter 2, the continuation from the class what we saw in the last video. Okay, from where we saw in the last video, we are going to continue that. So, we stopped from the formatting tags in the last video, right? So what does the basic formatting tags do? What is a tag? It is a HTML element for designing a web page, isn't it? So we are having basic formatting tags. Heading tag H1 to H6 for heading of the web page. Okay, for designing the heading of the web page, we are having a heading tag. It is from H1 to H6. H1 is the biggest size, H2 the next size, H3 the next size, likewise up to H6. So H6 is the smallest size of the heading. Okay, size of the heading increases starting from H6 to H1, decreases from H10 to H6. So HTML automatically adds a blank line before and after a heading. So this you are using this H tag. It will automatically add a blank line before and after the heading. Okay. So size will be increasing from H6. H6 is the small size. From H6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So H1 is the biggest size of the heading. Okay. The next one is the paragraph tag. Paragraph tag starts with the container tag called P and ends with the P. Okay. It is a container tag. It organizes the sentences as a paragraph. Okay. Like you are writing in a note paragraph. Here also we are having paragraph. So for that we are using P paragraph tag. Okay. Line break. You are using BR. It forces a line break. To break the line from there and going into the next line, we are using this break. Okay. So breaking between the sentences and paragraph, you are using this BR. The next one is pre-formatted tag. What is this pre-formatted tag is? To display the text with line break and spaces entered in text editor using pre-tag. Otherwise, HTML cut short the blank and extra spaces. So, for what this pre-formatted tag is used is, what the text editor, what we are typing, as such it will be printed. It will not cut short the blank space or extra spaces available. Okay. If you are giving tabs in symbol or if you are giving a space in between or whatever you have typed like a paragraph, it will be displayed as such. Okay. For that we are using this pre. Like no line breaks will be cut short, no blank spaces, extra spaces will not be cutted by the HTML language. For that we are using this pre-formatted tag. Okay. Yes, these are also basic formatting tags. The next one is about the PEP activity. Observe the given page, write the coding for this web page. So this is a web page. You want to write the coding for that iPhone. This iPhone is the heading used in heading. This is a paragraph. This is called as a pre-formatted tag. Using the pre-formatted tag, this HTML program is written. So, please try to write the HTML program for this web page. Okay. The next one is the PEP activity. Follow the instructions to create a website of India. So, they place the title. This is in the last page. We are having some stickers. Okay. According to this, paste the stickers here. In the last page of your book, you are having the stickers. You want to paste the stickers in this PEP activity. Okay. About the India and about the thing you are having stickers. You want to place the stickers there. Okay. Next. About the cascading style sheets. Okay. So CSS, the cascading style sheet, defines how the elements are presented on a web page. Each element can have its own styles like text, color, font type and text size. So you can make the changes in the color or font type or the size of the text using this CSS, that is cascading style sheet. Okay. These styles are defined using CSS. So these styles are defined using CSS. The main advantage of CSS is the style definition for the elements in a web page are defined globally. Any changes in the style informations can be easily done. Okay. So this style definition for all the elements, it can be defined globally for all the web pages. Any changes in the style information, it can be easily made. Okay. The next one, about the CSS structure. How is the CSS structure? The CSS takes two following structure. One is the selector and the next one is the declarator. See, this is the selector and this is the declarator. Selector is selecting of the elements. Okay, like H1. H1 is an HTML tag element, right? So selector is the selection of the element and the declaration is contains the style information that is to be applied to an element. So to the H1, to the heading, the color should be red. It displays the heading in red. Okay, this is the example and this is the structure of your CSS. Selector and the declaration. Okay, this is the selector, that is HTML tag, and this is the declaration. How many declarations you want, you can make it, but it should be with the semicolon. It should be with the semicolon, separated by the semicolon. Each declaration will be separated by the semicolons. Okay, now here only color red is given and it is last is the semicolon. Okay, if you want, you can extend the declarations. Okay, the next one is about the rules of the CSS. How to write the cascading style sheet. First rule, CSS always has two parts, selector and the declaration. Two paths are available. One is the selector and the next one is declaration. Second rule, selector can be HTML element like H1 or P or body, anything. It can be any HTML element. Declaration comes with the combination of the name and the value separated by the colon. Okay, like this. Declarations are given inside the curly braces like color and blue. It is separated by a colon. The color is the name and blue is the value. And size is the name and 12 pixel is the value. Each name and value is separated by the colon and each declarations are separated by the semicolon. Got it? Each declarations are separated by the semicolon and the name and values are separated by a colon there. See here, this is your name and this is your value. It is separated by the colon, and here this is your name. Size is the name and 12 pixel is the value, and it is also separated by the colon. Both this color and size are declarations, and these two are separated by the semicolon. Okay. Each declaration is separated by a semicolon. These 5 are the CSS rules. These rules to be remembered by writing your cascading style sheet, that is your CSS. Got it? Yes? Okay, we can go with an example here. See, you are having an HTML program where HTML tag is here and it is ended here. Head tag is here and it is ended here. Inside this, we are having a style. See, style is also a container tag where your style tag is opened here and it is closed here. Inside this, you are going to define the styles. Okay, so for we are going to use these styles. Paragraph is the selector and color and text align is the declarator. Okay, this is the selector tag and this is the declaration part. Color is red, text align is center. Okay, inside the body we are having H1. Benefit of the swimming is the content of H1, and inside the paragraph this is in red color. You can see here in your book also it is been given. Please check with your book. So this paragraph is in red color and the alignment is in center and your body part is closed and your HTML program is closed here. So this is a simple program for your style, cascading style sheet. Using the cascading style sheet, how we are going to define and how the elements contents are being designed. For this is the example program. Using this only you are going to define the styles for all your elements. Got it? Any doubt in this? Please watch it clearly and try also read your book. If you are having any doubt, you can ask me. You can enter into the next one. The next one is your think ending session. We are all related to cascading style sheets. Found out who we are. I define how the elements of a web page is presented. Who define? Answers will be given in the question answer session in the next video. Okay. So I will design an appearance, everything. Please try to find the answers. Okay. The next one is your style, HTML style guide. That is how to style your HTML using CSS. There are some guidelines. Okay, we'll see the guidelines one by one. First guideline, place the opening bracket on the same line as the selector. Okay, in the selected P, near P only, the opening bracket is there. So place the opening bracket on the same line as the selector. Use a space before the opening bracket. Use 2 spaces of indentation for your declaration. Use colon followed by a space for each property and its value. Use semicolon after each property value pair, including the last. Use quotes around values if the values contain spaces. And place the closing bracket on a new line without leading spaces. So these are all the guidelines to be remembered while you are writing the HTML style lights. Okay, for making the HTML style elements for CSS, for writing your cascading style sheet. These are all the guidelines to be remembered. This is also given you in your book. Okay, so please remember, these are all the HTML style guides to be remembered while writing your style for your HTML web page. Okay, the first point is opening bracket on the same line. See here. Opening bracket should be on the same line, isn't it? This is the opening bracket which is on the same line, isn't so? Yes. The second one, use a space before the opening bracket, 2 spaces of indentation, colon followed by a space for a name and value pair, isn't it? And semicolon for each declaration should be there. So for value containing spaces, use the quotes. Place the closing bracket and a new line. Everything you see in the book, the example program which I shown 2 slides before. Okay? Yes? Clear with this? With this, our theory part of second lesson is over. We are going to enter into the tech concept now. What is there in the tech concept? We are in the tech concept, we are going to discuss about the safe surfing tips. What is meant by surfing? Surfing is nothing but what you are going to do in the internet. What you are going to search in the internet. People who communicate over the internet are called as cyber citizens. It is important to learn the rules of the internet so that you can be a good cyber citizen. Okay, so inside the internet, if you are searching something, it should be safe. So there are certain safe surfing tips which is to be followed to have a safe searching in the internet. Okay, because this is a machine, it has no brain. You want to use your own brain. Okay, so we can enter into the safe surfing tips. Do's. What we can do in the net. Use the internet to gather the information alone. Use the internet to keep in touch with your friends and relatives alone. Be careful when you download programs from the internet. Use the virus scan program because it can be a virus. So it can affect your laptop or your system. So use a virus scan program before loading it on your computer. Some programs on the internet contain viruses that can harm your computer. Check the URL. It always better to use HTTPS, that is secured connection size for the transaction purposes. Okay, for any transaction purposes, use the HTTPS, that is Hypertext Transfer Protocol secured connection. So these are all the do's, safe surfing tips while you are using the internet. First one is use the internet only for gathering the information. Use the internet for only keeping touching with your friends and relatives. So be careful when you are downloading any files because it can contain any viruses which can harm your computer. Check the URL. It is always better to use HTTPS, that is Hypertext Transfer Protocol secured connection for transaction process so that it can be in a secured manner. The transaction and all other things will be secured in the internet. Okay. Don'ts. What are all the things you should not do? We can discuss in the next video. Okay.